Day morning in the books. Let's go over what happened today. We had two stocks on the gainers list. Pre-market. When I got up, it was Baya and Adder, ATER. Looking at these two symbols, both of them were looking to be potentially good setups. We had this sort of double top happening here with ATER. The float is a little higher than I would like, obviously, for a larger move. The float on BIYA was a lot more appealing, but I was monitoring them both. And so basically, what I was looking for with this one was a break of this high here and a squeeze to the upside, maybe a retest of this breakout point, and then a squeeze up to well, if you look on the daily chart, in the pre-market session, it was already above the 200 moving average. Which by the time that happens, whether it's a point of resistance or not is, it's case to case. But usually I become a little less worried about it when we already start above the 200 moving average, because it would either sell off because of that or continue higher. So that wasn't a point of resistance that I was looking at. Really, it would be any of these other points here, but again, nothing crazy. There were no real spikes anywhere here, so it didn't look like there was going to be too much resistance. I mean, really, the fact that this has happened recently, like this whole entire slope down, it could just altogether affect the pressure, selling pressure, on a day like today. Plus, the flow being slightly higher than ideal. Yeah, it was an okay setup, and as you can see here, it has made this kind of squeeze, and it's starting to go. I mean, not parabolic yet, but you can see it's starting to get this curve here. So, but anyways, into the open, I was watching BIYA here, and I will say, I think with this one, I was looking at the profile of the stock, and 30% of the float was held by insiders. And normally that would be I mean, really it is kind of a level of concern, but the float's only 2 million shares, right? So by the time I was already looking at this, that float had already had a rotation multiple times. So that wasn't a point of concern for me because, any insiders that were in there, it's under 1 million shares, and, they would have that liquidity to sell. So not a huge point of concern for me. It was something I was paying attention to. So we saw this move up in pre-market, and then up to the open, we were moving up, and basically I was getting mentally prepared to trade the break of this high here in pre-market. So we dipped for a moment, and so at that point I saw this here as somewhat of a descending resistance, or this like wedge, I suppose. So I got ready to trade this breakout here, and that's exactly what I did. As you can see, volume came in. We kind of sold off slightly and recovered, and with volume, we broke this level right here. I entered with 1,500 shares at 37, and this is the part about trading is interesting part is that, I am up $189. That is more than double of what I was yesterday. That's almost exactly double of what I was up yesterday. And somehow I still feel some level of disappointment. Leave it to me to be angry when I'm, up nearly 200 on the day. I'll share the reason for that in just a moment. But I entered here again at 37, and into the break of this high back here is where I added, right? So it came up to this, and I was anticipating that break. I bought right there at that high. Added, right? I added another 1,000, so now I'm at 2,500 shares, and we broke it. And I don't know what it was, but there was this sudden panic that ensued once we broke this high here. And it was just because I couldn't find the keys on my laptop, and I just started to panic. Because when stuff just starts moving really quick, and you see like a $200 flash in front of you, you're like, oh, I gotta get out of this. I gotta get out of this now. And yeah, I like panicked, and I just sold so quickly, unfortunately. That would have been a phenomenal trade had I like kept my composure. But yeah, because we broke this, and like right immediately into the break, I sold here. You can see at 48. So I got 3 cents on that ad that I did. Not great, especially since I don't know. Yeah, this candle finished at 52. And then I can see like maybe into this dip, I would have been like, okay, what's gonna happen here? And yeah, anyways, hindsight's always 2020, but I ended up making like 190 something from it. And I don't know, that just like set some kind of rage in me, because I was like, oh man, why did I sell? Had I held for just a little longer, right? We could have been talking like 300-400 today. If I held for this entire push here, where it halted, it would have been 900. I already did the math. Yeah, that kind of stuff, it can definitely mess you up a little bit. Just because, like, if I had woke up and known ahead of time that I was going to make $189 today, I would have been like, oh, great, sweet, green day. That's a nice green day. Yes. But then when you see this kind of stuff, and your mind starts playing in this like coulda, woulda, shoulda, it becomes very difficult not to feel like wrong emotions. I did well today. Could I have done better? Absolutely. Should I have panicked? Absolutely not. But I took a trade, and it worked out very well, right? I traded my strategy. I just definitely need to work a little bit more on the composure part of it. I think I still am recovering from a drawdown as of recently. So I am looking good for it. And you know what, maybe it is better to take profit sooner and just lock it in and continue to do that until I am back to my highs, and be in a better state of mind there, because right now, while we're in the shadow of this like drawdown, it's definitely can increase emotions, and I'd rather just not have any more accidents happen, and just continue to grind slowly upwards, right? So anyways, that was that trade. That was my bread and butter for the day. And so I ended up taking a couple other small trades. Here I was trying to trade a this breakout here. Like we had this going on, and I thought this right here was about to be the break where we come break 90, where we break 90 and $2 and beyond. But it didn't work. I remained tight with it. It was a small trade anyway, small share size, and I lost a penny on it. So, and then here I was also just trading with my leftover buying power. I was anticipating this happening, but it just kind of didn't happen as quickly as I wanted it to. And so, yeah, anyways, ended up giving back like $5 or something like that. So, not a big deal. I'm pretty much leaving at my high of day, which is great. And yeah, so that's what happened with ATER. It looks like yeah, it looks like maybe this floated play here and just it not being the best setup with all this going on back here. Yeah, it didn't really work out, but hey, at least we got to see some good continuation momentum into the week. But yeah, so good day, good trade. I guess taking into tomorrow, try not to panic. Don't let emotions control your trading. Let the trade do its thing. And yeah, so there's not much else to say. I'm glad that, we're already up over 200 on the week. We're at nearly 300, and it's just only Tuesday. So that's awesome. Maybe there's a chance that we can have recovered most of our drawdown by the end of this week. So that would be a great thing to look forward to, because at that point, then we can start getting a little bit more aggressive. I'm going to try to just, until I'm well above my drawdown point, probably going to be taking profit a little sooner, just because we're trying to grow this account. And yeah, so 189 is more than I can make in 8 hours at my real job. So I'm happy with that. It's a great day. We're green. Green is good. And let's continue that into tomorrow. So yeah, I'll see you guys then.